Hi everyone, Victoria Cochrane here for another monthly Reaching Out Spiritual Newsletter update. Hope you've all had a great month and now we're into October. And my apologies for being a bit late with the newsletter, but life gets in the way. I've been travelling a bit lately, seeing family, doing a few new things. Went up to Cairns, been to Byron Bay for the first time. Had a really nice time. I'm on my last few days of holidays before getting back to teaching and work. So this month's newsletter for October talks about truth and are we in our own truth? Of course, a lot of the world and humanity is not in the right truth or in their own truth, and are believing lies or falsehoods because it just is more comfortable, isn't it, if we can believe things that make us feel good. And facing up to the harsh realities of things is sometimes very difficult and challenging. But what I'm really talking about now today is facing up to other people's truths that maybe don't resonate with you. Sometimes it's just easier to keep believing what we've always believed. But sometimes we have to face the reality that perhaps what we believed isn't the truth. So I wrote a poem this month. Funny enough, I find the poems easier to write than anything else. And I'll read it to you. So this is just one of the few things that you can read in this month's newsletter, which is available to read or download from my website, victoriacochrane.com.au, or from Blogger, reachingoutspiritualnews.blogspot.com.au, or on Facebook. You'll find links on my pages as well. Here is the poem, Truth. What is truth really if it doesn't resonate with you? Does it mean that in all the world it really isn't true? Do your beliefs overshadow and override the higher truth that others from you have had to hide? Do your beliefs forbid you to see what others see, when the truth is all around you as plain can be? Faith and trust is crucial to finding your happy place, but blind faith will lead you to a false and dangerous state of ignoring the stirrings of your soul and the love that's in your heart, of connecting to your spirit that has been there from the start. Your higher self will lead you to the truth you already know. Align yourself to your divine plan and everything will flow. So what it's saying there too is that sometimes we just refuse to give up our beliefs. And it can be anything from religion to beliefs about ourselves, beliefs about our family, all sorts of things that have just kept us in our comfort zone, but and kept us also from perhaps facing some real harsh realities. Also, in my first book, Raising the Energies of Mother Earth Towards and After Ascension 2012, The Highest Truth, there is a little section here on page 10 that talks about the truth. To know the truth is to know God. Our God, the Creator, speaks only the truth. He does not lie or speak fallacies to stroke the ego. He speaks plainly and simply to the heart, not the mind. When you accept the truth, you are in divine union with God. All else will flow. There is no hiding from truth, for it cannot be undone. When you hide from truth, you put into place a series of karmic steps that will lead you full circle back to what matters the most, the truth. Facing truths is a hard lesson for many who have tried to cover their tracks with lies. Free will allows man to make choices that he deems are for his highest and best, when in fact they hide who he really is, not only from others, but mostly from himself. When we deny ourselves, we deny God. We see ourselves as shadows of our true selves. We shine a light that is false. Yet others may see this and shy away, knowing that the person who speaks is not the person who is. Know your truth and speak it. Do not speak it with judgment or condemnation. Rather, speak it with love and tolerance. You are the perfect image of God in your own right. Shine your light from your divine heart. Love yourself for who you are. You chose this. You are living it. This is your truth. Be proud. Love is all there is, and so it is. There's a lot in there. What is truth? What is the truth? And that really depends, doesn't it? On what we're talking about. But when we talk about people seeing things as plain can be, it might be that we're in ego and we are claiming to be better than what we are, but we don't see that because it makes us feel better. And it hides the fact that deep down inside we actually don't love ourselves and are therefore just putting on a front. But a lot of people will see past that. People are pretty good judges of the BS barometer, if you like. But if we're really hiding the truth from others, we're also hiding it from ourselves. And it doesn't do any good whatsoever to stay in those falsities when all other people can see it. When we're talking about religious truths and things like that, it's all very subjective, and really all we can do is go into our heart, into our higher self, and just really trust our spiritual connection to what we already know as spiritual beings having a human experience. And so when we talk about God, we're talking about the source of creation, of which we're all one and the same, and to which we're all connected. And that truth is also unconditional. It's unconditional love and the highest truth. So stripping away the truth and actually being honest with ourselves is a pretty challenging thing. And it's something that I have gone through the process of doing. But there are still a lot of celebrities out there who need to do that, don't they? But when we can actually start facing up to the fact that maybe we're not perfect, and maybe we are what other people say, maybe there is an element of truth to what other people are commenting on. Okay, so what are we going to do about it? Face up to our responsibilities, face up to those truths, and then learn from them and start to move forward. It's not the end of the world, it's just the end of a false world, a false reality that we're trying to create to keep ourselves safe. And if you don't feel safe, then is there trauma there? Is there something there that really needs lifting, that needs healing? And it's okay if you need help with that. So the first card that I picked out today, using the Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland, is look at the bigger picture. What is really at play here? And it's said in the book too, Spirit will always slap you with it. It keeps coming full circle and you just keep getting slapped with the reality of things until you actually face up to it. So if you've had a falling out with someone and you're just like not accepting their apology or something, you'll just keep running into them. Or their name will just keep coming up or something like that until you finally just take the opportunity to resolve the whole thing. So what lesson are you learning? And I think that's a really good question to ask. What lesson is being learned here, and what do I need to actually resolve, forgive, and heal and move on? And what do I want? Where do I want to go from here? What do I want to happen? And how can I make that happen? So what are my kitchens thinking? What is in there that actually doesn't need to be there? Have I catastrophized things? Have I actually made things worse? So, really putting it all out on the table and just what is truth? What is fiction? What is semi-truth? What is someone else's truth that they're trying to put onto you? Even if it's not someone else's truth, if you really can live it and you feel it and that is what's right for you, then walking the walk and talking the talk is what you need to do. But if there are things that are coming up that are exposing that not everything is sitting right, then we need to deal with that. And then when we can do that, a new start we can go full circle out with the old, but the new can't come until we've resolved those old feelings, old thought patterns, negative emotions, ways of thinking that are holding us back. And then quite often that's the end of it. We can move forward. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So what truth are you hiding from? Or do you know of someone who's doing that? And look, all we can do, if it's someone else, we can only deal with ourselves. We can only change what's in ourselves. We can't rescue other people. But once you've pointed it out, that's all you can do. Keep harping on about it, I guess. You might lose that person. So sometimes accepting that people will not change or will not accept the truth is where we need to go. Bit tricky, but that's the way it is. So let's have a look at some Archangel Oracle cards for the next month for you guys. Don't forget that you can contact me through my website. You can pay and book online there. You can contact me on Facebook or via email or my mobile. And I'll always respond. So here we go. The first card for you is Counselor. Okay, so this is either for you asking to be counselled and asking for help from your angels and from Creator, when we need to ask to receive that guidance. Or if you find that you do have people coming to you, then perhaps you are a natural counsellor and that's part of your role on earth. But make sure that you always receive an equal exchange of energy and you don't allow people to drain you of your time, of your energy, of your or to take too much and not pay enough and that kind of thing. The second one is peace. All there is love. So peace comes with knowing that only love is real. So if you're faced with some hard decisions and needing to expose some harsh truths, then just know, do it with love. Do it in the intention of making everything come back to integrity and just know that it's the right thing to do. And the last one is keep an open mind and learn new ideas. And that is, what is the lesson? What has been the lesson? And how can you use that to help others and to teach others? I'm Victoria Cochrane, and I hope you enjoy this month's newsletter. I love to hear from you, so please do drop me a line. And I will see you all next week for November. Goodness gracious. Bye for now.